meteorologist Patrick P. And we do have some first alert weather days ahead. So, that's part of the summer. What can you say?
Yeah, we're watching the next 2 days very closely, Tuesday and Wednesday. Both of these afternoon and evenings are going to present the chance for some storms to be a bit scattered. So that's your heads up. We're going to be tracking some of that this evening. It's just not going to be as widespread. Even Tuesday, it looks to hold off until later in the evening, but looks like this is going to begin as early as 11 a.m. or 12 on Wednesday. So Wednesday will be by far the day that is the most impacted. Lingering moisture into Thursday, and then the weekend trends a little bit drier, and there's also some relief from the humidity that we're going to be dealing with over the course of the next couple of days. Right now, most of us are dealing with a good mix of sun and clouds. There are some spotty showers that are across our area, not dealing with any thunder, no lightning, no storms, which is good news, but we are dealing with some humid conditions. Check out some of these dew points. 70 Ellijay, 73 over in Carroll County. Very sticky here inside of the perimeter. Dew points in the mid to upper 60s in the metro. So definitely feeling it out there, and temperatures are on the warmer side as well. 87 degrees right now here in Atlanta, 82 Gainesville, 83 in Canton, closer to 80 out in Carroll County. Meanwhile, the upper 70s where we've seen some showers in Ellijay. We are going to continue to track the chance for some showers and rumbles as we head into the evening hours, roughly 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Some scattered showers and storms are likely this evening, and then we will trend a little bit drier once we get on the other side of midnight. That is until tomorrow's rain chances come back into view. And Tuesday is a first alert weather day. It looks like we're mainly dry, just some spotty showers during the morning drive. But as we head later into the day, we'll start to track more energy building into the region. Really watching the 5, 6 o'clock hours. Scattered showers and thunderstorms could make things a bit slippery for that evening commute. And that moisture lingers and pushes east through a late evening. And then we'll be dealing with another round of it on Wednesday. Temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler because of the clouds and the showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Lower rain chances earlier in the day, but we'll see the chance for showers and storms start to increase as we get closer to lunchtime into the afternoon and unfortunately through tomorrow evening. First alert weather day continues into Wednesday. Although we look dry at around 7 o'clock, chance for showers and storms builds back into the region around lunchtime. So if you're stepping out, you'll want to have that umbrella for your lunch break. Scatter showers and storms linger through the evening commute, and we'll be dealing with some of that later into the evening Wednesday night. And then the humidity will be a big part of both of those afternoons as well. But I mentioned the cold front sliding through the area on Thursday. Not a big dip in the temperatures, but you're going to notice that it's going to feel more comfortable as we head into your Friday and Saturday. Even Sunday's looking pretty good. The weekend's going to be the best time for sure in this 7-day forecast. So 2 first alert weather days for showers and storms Tuesday and the Wednesday. Some lingering showers and storms on Thursday. And then we set ourselves up for a dry into the work week. Gorgeousness for your Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures warming back into the upper 80s by Monday afternoon.